after World War II, and towards the end of World War II, the main enemy that the United States had, or the main adversary they had, was with Soviet Russia. Russia had been hurt more by the Germans than we were. They suffered more than we did. And the problem really arose, there came a senator from Wisconsin called Joseph McCarthy. Everything that we were concerned was that there was a communist hiding under every bed. There was a communist in every area of the United States government. So we started bringing people up before him, and they had these TV hearings going on, and most of the people were innocent. They died, and, you know, but that's what the concern was, communism, communism. And the politicians used that. They would always say, he's soft on communism, or he's this on communism, or that.
Search and destroy. I was a Green Beret. I was a staff sergeant, E6. I was in charge of a search and destroy team. I was a demolition expert. Our job was to go out. We were the eyes and ears of the battalion. If we seen something, we reported it. If we felt we could take care of it, we took care of it. We walked daily 30, 40 pounds of high explosives on us, all kinds of ammunition, hand grenades, whatever we did. We buried our food and our ammunition. We got our supplies once a month, and we would bury it. So if we had to retreat to get resupplied, we did that. If we ran out of ammunition, we were on our own. We had to take the ammunition from the enemy that we eliminated. We did our job. We served our country, right, wrong, or indifferent. We did our job.
But my own feeling was that Vietnam is like Afghanistan. You can never win a war over there. These people have fought for years and years and years.
In Vietnam, what happened was during the day, your Vietnamese people would work the fields and everything, and then at night the Viet Cong would come through and gather up the men and women and go out, and they would be soldiers at night. But from then on, everybody else watched their back. I mean, you just don't know who your friend or who the enemy was over there.
You came home from Vietnam, they would spit on you if you were wearing a uniform.
When I came back to Vietnam, I had 5 years to where I couldn't even find a job. And I finally got a job as a truck driver, and I refused to put down anything about my military career.
But the Vietnam, we just got in deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and so deep that you can't get out. And that's what happened to us in Vietnam. Should we have gone in there in the first place? In retrospect, probably not. We were supposed to stop the spread of communism and everything else, but now you can see what's happening over there.
That's the way Vietnam veterans were thought of back then. We were baby killers, we were warmongers, we were no good.
So it was a different type of a problem over in Vietnam.
Where I was, we were in a outpost far from everybody else, about 2 hours drive from the main Fort outpost base. Mm-hmm. So we were up by the Syrian border, and we were in an Iraqi compound. There was about 200 of us.
Yeah.
About 400 Iraqi soldiers. So we would talk to them pretty much daily. We didn't have a lot of direct fire coming towards us.
Yeah.
We had a lot of indirect.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, they would shoot mortars and stuff.
Okay.
And they had RPGs. And they used IEDs. But a lot of them wouldn't go and actually come up and try to shoot us.
Because terrorism, right, is the use of force, or the threat of the use of force to get some sort of, to achieve some sort of political goal, right? Mm-hmm. So if you think about what Al-Qaeda, which is the primary terrorist group that we have to deal with in the world, their political goal is not real clear. The problem is, we're fighting a war against an idea, and when you fight a war against an idea, you're never going to win.
A lot of our guys felt guilty because, they say thank you for your service, and a lot of us didn't feel like we were doing a service out there anymore. They had storyboards and things like that, pictures of soldiers smiling and shaking hands, but it's not like that at all. Our operation was called New Dawn. It was Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation New Dawn we were going into, and that was a time where we were trying to hand over Iraq to the government, to their government.
Yeah.
And their police and their soldiers. They were trying to make it so that their people will think that their soldiers have got it all together finally, and that they're going to be protected by them. But in all truth, they weren't ready, and we knew that.
In the 1970s, President Nixon put forth this plan, which was Vietnamization. We would bring American troops and South Vietnamese military into villages, get rid of the bad guys, give the village back to the good guys, and move on to the next village. We're trying that same policy again, the same kind of counterinsurgency policy in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I believe the war on terror has brought the war home to America. It's no longer an overseas war. It's no longer a war that you send people away to and they come back from, and you don't. It's just something you hear about. The war on terror, everybody has someone in their family that has been affected, someone they're related to or someone they're friends with who's been over there and fought in the war. The war's gone on for I don't know how many years. It's a reality. It's no longer like the Cold War was just something that people thought about. It was just something that people kind of were afraid of, but they never saw the ramifications here at home.